Hey everybody, welcome. You are on with Kay, and I've been sipping tonight. Yes. Anyway, so you already know what my audios are about. They're about current events. What I see out there, what's going on, I talk about it. All right. So another Kevin Samuels topic. Anyway, so I was listening to one of Kevin Samuels' audios the other day, and I realized there's a lot of women who hop up in the chat and they get so mad at what he's saying. This is my whole thing. I don't agree with everything he says because I think that when he rates people, once again, these are his opinions. So opinions are not proven facts. But some of the stuff he says are proven facts. Like when a woman thinks that she can be a certain weight and a certain height and have a certain amount of kids and still pull a high value man. That's what I want to address tonight. Those people. They get so offended when they get really offended when Kevin Samuel speaks to them and says, well, are you serious? You're 5'3", you're 240 pounds, you're not getting a high value man. And then there's women who call in, they got 3 kids, they're like 25 or whatever, and they don't qualify according to Kevin Samuels for a high value man. Okay, let's statistic wise break this down. Okay. And also remember that I've been doing a little sipping and that. Anyway, okay. So he says that these high value men are in the top 5%, right? So that means 5%. Okay, so let's go with 100 high value men. We have 100 men who make over $500,000 a year, right? So we have 100 of them. Now, no. Wait, sipping made me mess up the whole, the whole variable situation. Anyway, so out of 100 men, like he said, 5% of the, I think 5% he said, are the a percentage of the high value men who make a certain amount. Okay. Statistic-wise, I haven't checked these statistics, but I believe him when he says that. Statistic-wise, 5% of men, 5% are high-value men, and they make a certain income. All right, so let's break it down a little bit further. So we have 100 men, right? We have a whole 100 men. 5% of those men make a certain amount of income. 5% out of the 100, right? 5%. That means out of those 100 men, only 5 of them make a certain amount of money. They make more than the median income or whatever. Oh my God. This is what happens when you try to eat a pink lemonade sour straw. I'm a candy fanatic. Anyway, okay, so you have 100 men. 5% of those men make in the top, they make over 500,000, whatever, high value. So that means out of those 100 men, you have 5 men. 5%, 100%, 5%. 5% is 5 men. So you have 95% of those men who don't make high value men dollars, whatever. So out of 100, you have 5. Out of those 5 men, you present those 5 men with 100 women. Okay, so there's 5 men. So for each of those 5 men, you have 20 women. Boop, 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 boop. Okay? All right. So out of those 20 women for each guy, he has 20 women after him, right? He has 20 women after him. And the next man has 20 women after him. And the next one all 5 of these men have 20 women after them. They probably have more, but we're breaking it down statistic-wise in percentages and stuff. Okay. So out of those 5, the 5 percentile of men who may earn a certain amount, you have 5 men out of the 100. So 95% of those men don't earn a certain amount. You have the 5 out of the 100. Okay. Now, for each one of these 5 men, you have 20 women who want them, which it's probably more, but we're going to go with 20. So for each of these 5 men who make over $500,000 a year, we have 20 women wanting them. Now, here you are. You're one of those 20 women who want them, right? So we let's grab one out the pick. Let's grab one out the pickings. Okay. So it's me. It's a competition. Whether you want to admit it or not, whether you want to think it's a competition. Everything in this freaking world is a competition. From jobs to everything is a competition. All right. So now, this is high value man. He makes $500,000 and better every single year, and he have 20 chicks that he has to pick from. Okay? So, here you are, and we're talking about an initial attraction. Okay? Because that's how people hook up most of the times. It's initial attraction. Ooh, look at that person. Oh, shoot. What's that? Let me go over there and see what's going on because they look good. Or I'm feeling them, whatever. They go over there and they strike up a conversation or whatever. Okay. So you have these 5 dudes and you have each of them with 20 suitors. So let's just grab one out of the bunch. He's a high value man. He makes over $500,000 a year and he has 20 women that want him. He's looking for his queen. He's looking for his wife, whatever. He has 20 women that want him. Now, we're talking about initial attraction. And that's what happens usually. It's an initial attraction to make you go up to that person or make you drawn to that person. Then you have a conversation and you start talking about whatever. And then you eventually date whatever. Okay? But it's a starting point somewhere. All right, you have a high value man, and he makes over $500,000 a year. And you have 20 women. Now, he doesn't know any of these 20 women, right? He's going based off of the 20 women in front of him. Pick 5 of those 20 women. And then from there, you'll have a conversation with those 20 women or whatever. You'll date those 5 women. Out of the 20 women, you'll pick 5 based off of what you see, because that's basically what humans do. Their attraction is based off of what they see. All right. So I have 20 women in front of me, right? So I have to pick 5 out of these 20 women, or who I want to actually have a conversation with, progress further with, and just see where this goes. We have 20, right? You're talking about a high value man. He makes over 6 figures. So you're talking about men. And that's the problem with women is I have a whole bunch of male friends. So I absolutely understand where they're coming from. They're very visual. We as females, we might look at certain other things before we decide on a mate, but they're visual. Their first instinct is to pick what's visually appealing to them. So you have 20 women. Whoop, there's 20 women. He has to pick 5. He's going to pick the most visually appealing women to him. And this is not up for debate because I have male friends. See, the problem with women is they don't want to take the time out to understand men. They just want to do whatever they want to do. Men say, oh, we hate those lace fronts. They look terrible. And women say, we don't give a shit. We're going to wear our lace fronts because we like them. And then get mad when he goes to somebody else who doesn't wear a lace front. Oh, he's a fuckboy and this and this and that. Well, this man told you he didn't like lace fronts. And you said, I don't give a shit what he likes. I'm going to wear my ugly, terrible looking lace fronts. So what? One thing about women is they don't give a shit about what men want or what they think. They have the mindset to do whatever they want to do. And I'm not mad at that. Whatever you want to do that makes you feel confident, it makes you feel happy. If you want to wear a lace front because it makes you feel good about yourself, you love it. I'm good off of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But don't call a man a fuckboy, or don't call a man, because he doesn't want to do what you want him to do. And that's all it is. He doesn't like lace fronts, but you do. That's not the man for you. But instead of saying, well, you know what, that's not the man for you, you females will say, he's a fuckboy, he's this and this and that. And shut up. People have a right to their, they have a right to their preferences. Like this female I know. She got mad kids. There's nothing wrong with having kids. Do whatever you want. But understand something. When you have a few different kids and a few different baby daddies, some men are not going to be feeling that. They're not going to want that. And this female, he's a fuckboy. He's this and that. Why is he a fuckboy? Because he doesn't want to deal with you and your children and your several children from several different men, or your several different children. That's his preference. He's not a fuckboy. And this is why a lot of females say, you're a pick-me. Nah, I'm not a pick-me. I'm just understanding. Because y'all the same females who will sit up here and be like, you're a pick-me. But your man's cheating on you. Or your man left you for the next female. But you're calling me a pick-me because I'm understanding men and where they're coming from. And I'm trying to bridge a gap between men and women to where we have a mutual understanding. I'm not siding with men and say they're this or whatever. But at the end of the day, because men have their faults too. They do a whole bunch of bullshit. But the whole point is, if we communicate effectively between each other, we may be able to come to some common ground, some common understanding. You see what I'm saying here? It's not about being a pick-me. I feel like women will come and say, this person is a pick-me. You know why? You know why females call other women pick-me? If they agree with a man, they call them a pick-me because they don't want to agree with them. They want to realize, damn, this might be right. When females call another female a pick-me, they're saying, I don't give a damn what the man feels or what he thinks. I want to do whatever I want to do, and he better bow down and be okay with whatever I want to do, and he better want to do it too. That's what I see when I see females call another female a pick-me. Because I only see a female call another female a pick-me when another female agrees with what a man says. When females agree with Kevin Samuels, females say, you're a pick-me, you're a pick-me. But I seen this lady come in the comments and say, you know what? Listen to Kevin Samuels has saved my marriage. It has saved my relationship. Me being understanding of how men feel or me thinking it has saved our relationship. All the ones who was in the comments talking about, you're a pick-me, you're a pick-me. Look at their relationships. Look at what they're dealing with in their relationships. The only reason why they're coming is calling you a pick-me because their shit is fucked up. Yeah, I'm going to be blunt as hell. Their shit is fucked up. And they don't want to face it. And they want to do whatever they want to do and think that people are supposed to bow down and do what they want them to do. So they call you a pick-me. But in the meantime, you and your man's relationship is on point because you listened and you communicated and you worked out things that's supposed to be worked out, as opposed to calling a person a pick-me. As opposed to thinking a person is a pick-me because they agree with a man. It's called communication, common ground. Okay? Just letting y'all know. I only have about 19 seconds, but I wanted to bring that into perspective. I wanted to shine some light on that because it was one of the things that I seen today. And as y'all know, my podcast, my audios are based off of current events. I'm out.